Okay. So if we come down here, let's show. Okay. So you probably fill up these two for sure, and then maybe one big one, but I'll have 3 just in case. Actually, I know it's not gonna. Get these pans oiled up. We'll put a little bit of oil in them, and then alright. So just a little bit of oil. I want to cover the bottom and then come up the sides a little bit. So, cover the bottom, come up the sides a bit, not all the way up, just a little bit. Okay, so we'll just lay this stuff out here. Throw that into the pot on the stove. 110 grams of coconut cream. Alright, it's 115. We'll get the rest of the coconut cream in a can in the fridge. Okay, anyways, 115. Okay. So we'll do and then salt. Add a splash of vanilla. Do a couple drops of pandan extract. Alright, we'll call that good. If I need to add more later, I can. I'd kind of just do that based on how much. Alright, wash my hands quick. Alright, so this just gets stirred just a little bit, and then we'll turn on the heat, very low heat. The way I do this, I really don't let it heat up too much. Like, I just want the sugar to just start dissolving. I don't really wait for it to fully dissolve. I'm not sure how important that is. Just need it to kind of get kind of warm. So once it gets there, you can still feel some granules as I'm stirring, but that's okay. We'll call it. It's a good green color. I'm happy with the green color. Alright, so that is done. I'm gonna take that off. The batch I'm doing is just 3 eggs. 3 eggs ready. Dough has preheated. Okay, so now let's have this pot. We're just gonna put the eggs straight in there, I think. So what we'll do is I'll crack the eggs in here. Break them just barely, add them to our wet mixture, and then I'll start. Nice, I need another pot. So how do we do this? Into here, what do I usually do? The end mixture goes in here. Okay, so I'll sift the flour into here, add the, you gotta figure it out. Get these out of the way. Yeah. Okay, so we do egg into here. So get the eggs cracked, and really we're just gonna barely break this up. So I'm cracking the yolks. this mix. We'll add it to the edge, or the wet here. We'll just literally, I'm only gonna stir this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's good. Don't need to stir too much because it's all gonna get mixed when it gets added to the strainer. So, this goes up here, and then the last 2 things we have to weigh out are going to be our tapioca starch and baking powder. So, tapioca starch. 120 grams of this stuff for this batch. 120 grams. I want you to smell this, so move it up away from you. Okay. Seven grams of baking powder. We're gonna take this mixture right here. We're gonna add our tapioca starch and baking powder to it. I'm gonna give this a couple stirs. Just until there's no like loose flour left. Kind of folding it over in on itself. Okay, and this is when I usually stop stirring. Get it to look like that. It's still pretty. You're still seeing big chunks of tapioca starch, but it's gonna get sifted. Don't overstir this. I have a strainer here. It's pretty fine. These out of the way. Okay, so pour this right into that strainer. Push it all through. That's it going through. And on top, I'm just breaking up these big chunks of flour and pushing them through. So it all gets out. Just like that. Alright, nothing through the top. So then just scrape it around the bottom to get it into the bowl faster. It'll be bubbly on top a little bit. I'm gonna stir. I'm gonna take the sesame seeds. Alright. Use that pan. So. We do one big, one small. Kind of gotta see what we have. So, I think we just fill the 2 small ones here. Just pour this batter in. And I usually don't fill it up past halfway, just because it's gonna rise and climb. Of 3, using 3 eggs. And then here, that's it. We're just gonna sprinkle this pretty liberally on top. Like right before they go into the oven here. Crispy edge around everything. If you go for long enough, it'll just continue to brown up really nicely, but I kind of like when it's just soft. Okay, so been 25 minutes, so I am about to pull them out. This is what they look like after 25 minutes in terms of brownness, but it is done. You can see all the holes and stuff. It is set. Yeah, this one kind of bubbled up a little differently. Beautiful looking cakes though. And then have them upside down for a little bit. So I'll put them on a slant upside down like this. And then this. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and flip these now. Should be, they're still hot, but somewhat cool to the touch. We'll just flip them here. So they did not. Go ahead and do this one now. This one looks a bit more stuck than the other one was, but that's okay. And I'll oil up the sides a little bit, and then I won't oil up the whole way, just so that once this starts climbing, it can kind of hold on to the wall. We get them to lift out, and then I'll just flip them, and they'll pop right out. So you can see some of the corners kind of got stuck here, and then up here too. That's fine, that's fun to pick at if you want to eat that. And then we'll do this one, see how it looks. That's why they call it honeycomb cake. Get a flip here. Alright, and then yeah, we can just see how nicely the okay. Just put that away. So when they're this small, that's kind of what the pattern will look like.